In this video, let us talk about the facts you must be aware of about your dishwasher salt and rinse aid. What is a rinse aid? Rinse aid is one of the three components that is used in a dishwasher to wash our vessels, and it is dispensed during the final rinse cycle. Why should we use rinse aid? Rinse aid makes the drying process faster because it lowers the surface tension of water, due to which the water does not stick to the vessels. This also gives a shine to your vessels. Does rinse aid cause suds? Sudsing is having the soapy remains on the dishes that have come out of your dishwasher. So if you get soft water at your home, you need not use rinse aid. However, if you want to use rinse aid for that extra shine on your dishes, then adjust the rinse aid setting as per your water quality. What happens if I don't use rinse aid? Well, if you don't use rinse aid and you get hard water in your area, then during the drying cycle, the water will not slip off of the vessel surface and it will dry there. So in case of hard water, it will leave behind white stains and also make your glassware cloudy. Is there an alternate to rinse aid? One can use vinegar instead of rinse aid, but because of its composition, a regular and continuous use of rinse aid may corrode the steel body or even eat up the rubber gasket, which may lead to leakage. How to adjust rinse aid setting? I will give a demo on how to adjust the consumption of rinse aid towards the end of the video, or if you want, you can right away jump to the timestamp shown on the screen. What is a dishwasher salt? A dishwasher salt is specific to dishwasher and is not just any ordinary table salt. Though its composition is same as table salt, that is sodium chloride, table salt is a lot finer, which may clog the softener unit. Due to the larger size of the dishwasher salt granules, it dissolves slowly and doesn't block the unit of your dishwasher. Can I use rock salt instead of dishwasher salt? Rock salt has the tendency to become clumpy or cakey due to moisture or when it comes in contact with water. But dishwasher salt is resistant to this. What does the dishwasher salt do? Dishwasher salt is important in places where the water is hard, as it helps to make the water softer, and soft water is important for the detergent to work at its best and do better cleaning. What happens if I don't use salt? If you don't use salt, the hard water can cause clouding of glasses over time, and also the hard water can cause scaling inside the dishwasher, which may clog the insides. I use dishwasher tablets. Do I still need to add salt and rinse aid? If the quality of water at your place is ideal, then you need not add rinse aid and salt separately. But if you get hard water, then adding salt and rinse aid is necessary, and you can adjust its consumption by setting the optimum amount. Let us look at how we can change the settings of rinse aid and hardness in our dishwasher, and based on this setting is how the dishwasher is going to consume the salt and the rinse aid. So if you look at the panel, this is the indicator for salt and this is for the rinse aid. So whenever it is time to refill any of these, their respective indicators would turn on. Now for those who already own a dishwasher, this will be a very basic knowledge about it. But for those who are still contemplating on buying a dishwasher, this would be a helpful guide. So when I open the dishwasher, you can see that this is where we add the rinse aid. And over here goes the tablet or the dishwashing detergent. Once you add the tablet or the dishwashing powder, just slide and lock it and press this button to open it. This is where you fill the rinse aid. You can fill it until you can see it filling this chamber. This way you know that you have added the sufficient amount of rinse aid. Now to fill the salt, pull this bottom rack Now you twist this lid open and here goes the salt. Now what you can do is you can fill the salt using a funnel so you do not spill it. What I do is I keep my salt in this finished detergent bottle. I repurpose this bottle because it is very easy to fill the salt because of its opening. So I directly pour the salt from this bottle and it is very convenient. Now you have to fill the salt until you see the water coming up. Now one thing that you should be aware of while you install your dishwasher is that the first time when you fill the salt, make sure before that you add a glass of water. Ideally the technicians should do that, but there are at times such technicians who themselves are not aware of it, so it is good that we make sure that they fill the water first and then the salt. So now that we know how to fill the salt and rinse it, let us look at how we can change the setting. For that, first switch on your dishwasher by pressing this power button. Now to go to the settings, we have to press a combination of two buttons. That is the first button on the right side of the panel and the start button. So press these two buttons together for around 3 seconds and you can see the display change. So the display panel here now shows H, which is for hardness. Now to go to other settings, press this button again. It shows D, which is for dryness, and next it goes to R, which is the rinse aid. A is for auto door close, and finally P is for auto power off. That is, how soon do you want your dishwasher to turn off after it has completed its washing cycle. So this is the last setting. Now if I press the button again, it goes back to the same cycle of settings. So we have again reached to hardness. Now to change the level of hardness, this is the button that you have to press. So when I press it, it goes to 7, which is the highest setting. And if I press it again, it goes to 0 and then it continues. It goes to 1, then 2, 3 and so on. I will leave my setting at 6 because the area where I live, the water is very hard and this is the optimum setting for it. And I have realized that when I set it to 7, the salt gets consumed within 6 to 7 wash cycles. So setting the hardness right is very important for efficient cleaning. Now let us move on to rinse aid setting. So now when I press, it goes to the dryness setting and next is the rinse aid. So just like we did for the hardness setting, we use the same button to adjust the rinse aid setting. So when I pressed it, it increased to 5 and then 6, which is the maximum, and then it goes back to 0 and it repeats the cycle. This time I will set my rinse aid level to 3 because with my earlier settings I have felt a layer of film or foam being left behind on my vessels. So this way, tweak some settings in your dishwasher to understand what works for you the best based on the water quality and all. Now once you have done all the settings as per your need, to lock that, press the start button. So now we are ready to use our dishwasher with our new settings.